everyone, I know it's been a little while and everyone's asking, Abby, why haven't you done a video and this and that, but you know, life kind of gets you sometimes and you get busy. But I haven't forgotten about my YouTube channel. My one problem is I think I've spoken about so much and there's still so much to talk about. Every time someone asks me, Abby, why don't you do a video about this or that, it's kind of like, well, if you watched my other videos, I've kind of already talked about it all. Yeah, but I don't always want to be, you know, making videos that are negative and always attacking males or females. So today's video is called The Next Step, and in a way you can say it's me attacking the education system. Now, the next big step is kind of a big thing, whether it's your education, career, family, relationship. We all have this next big step in life, and it's the transition from education to deciding whether you want to go into further education, career, if you want to have a family, if you want to, you know, get off the ladder and just go downhill to hell so you can just become a drug addict, whatever. The reason why I feel it's important to do this video today is because I know I've been through a big experience within the education system and it affects a lot of people today. And it's something that the stories aren't really heard. So for people who are either in education or considering going back to education or a gap year, it's something crucial to them. I think when you're in this education system from young, especially from when you're doing your GCSEs, you're kind of conditioned to believe you have to go to college and you have to get your A-levels or your BTEC because you have to then go on to university, because in order to be successful career-wise, it is the only opportunity. To be fair, it does give you some, you know, advantages, but there are disadvantages as well. I mean, you don't have to go to university or have a degree or to be successful. Everyone's definition of success is something totally different. So today that's what I want to talk about, because when I was doing my GCSEs, I had always done subjects which I had thought, okay, you know what, I'm cool with, I'm happy with, and education wise, my dad's Nigerian, he wanted me to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, and for me, I didn't want to live a dream that wasn't for me but was for him. So I had always been the artistic one. I went to drama school, I was always doing drama, singing, dance, you named it, I was up for it. Reading a book, sitting down and reading a book, that was something I struggled with, unless it was something like one of them Wahida Clark books or Omar books, or if you know them type of books, you know what I mean, then yeah, that was good for me. But career wise, I never knew what I wanted to do. So when they was telling me to apply for university, I went, you know when you have a midlife crisis when you're 30 years old, I had a midlife crisis at the age of 16. And honestly, at the age of 16, 17, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I didn't know if I wanted to go to university. I didn't know what I'd do in university. I didn't know what I'd want to do after university. But like a puppet, I followed not even just my friends, I followed what my parents said I had to do. As far as my parents made it aware is, you're going to university, there's no such thing as a gap year, you will go study, come out with a first, and your life will be great. So like a muppet, I went to Brunel University to do media and communications because I'd studied drama and media and film for A-levels and I was quite cushy with it all. I thought, yeah, good, why not? So I went with one of my close friends, Tasha. We was together in uni, and my thought of going to university, right, was I'm gonna study, I'm not going party, I'm gonna keep my head down. If you have me on Facebook and you see my pictures, you never saw a book in my hand, you always saw me out. And obviously, heightened for me when I was picking university wasn't even the choice you're going to make, the decision, what you're studying. It was literally, and here's how even my lecturers in sixth form saw it is, you're going there to party. The best parties you find is the better uni experience you're going to have. So I didn't go to university with a mind of doing my books. I went to think, okay, I'm going to party. Somewhere there's going to be education. It's going to be all fine. Now, that sounds really stupid of me. Like, how can this girl think that? My head wasn't screwed on, okay? I wasn't given the proper information about university. It was just something I was mindlessly going into. I remember you was allowed to go on university trips at school, and no one had told me that I was allowed to go, purely because no one in my house had gone to university or been in that sort of higher education, other than my sister, who at the time was doing her degree, had graduated in my inner circle family. So the way they saw it at school was, okay, well, I don't need information. How stupid is that? So already, from the education system in my school, I wasn't provided no information, nothing. I was just left in the deep end. So I got to university now, and it just went, when I mean it went over my head. I think it went to the second month, and I remember just reflecting and thinking, why am I here? I don't enjoy being here, other than living on your own on campus and the party atmosphere. Yeah, that was great. I grew up mentally, but educationally, I was probably back to GCSE level. Like, I had no idea on what I was doing, why I wanted to do it. So, on top of that, there was many other factors. If you've seen my Gift of Life video, at the same time, I fell very ill. But as well, with the excessive partying and everything, which didn't help, I thought, I can't do this. So, in December of 2010, I had 5 assignments sitting on my table at university. They were like that thick. They were literally like an encyclopedia, and they was all due for January. And I had just come out of hospital. It was somewhere near when I was going back to hospital, because I wasn't very well. I'm not going to explain it. If you've seen that video, you know. And I just chucked these assignments in the bin. Now, if you have a Nigerian dad, or a strict parent, or someone who's educational, I was the devil in my household. Like, this girl who's had the opportunity to go and get a higher education, for no reason she's just dropping out. No one could understand till this day from Brunel why I dropped out. Everyone looked at me and thought, Abby is an idiot. She is a fool. She is a dickhead. She's going to drop out now, get pregnant, and her life is going to be over. The way I saw it was, why am I paying for an education when my sister, who's just graduated, is unable to find a job? I'm going to be in debt. I don't know what I want to do. Uni isn't the only way to be successful. I don't need a degree. I'm not guaranteed a job. All these questions, all of a sudden, had bubbled up into my head. And it was funny, because if I asked myself these questions about a good, 6 months ago, I wouldn't be sitting in the place that I was. So, I'm stubborn. Okay, if I don't want to do anything, I'm not doing it. I'm dropping out straight. I don't care what the consequences is. You know that saying, he who can't hear must feel. When I dropped out and student loan got on my ass, Lord knows I felt it. Maintenance grant, loan, everything you get when you roll into university and you live off campus. Even though I hadn't received all of it, I had to pay it back. And student loan don't ramp, you know. Like, they may take ages to give you your money, but the second they want their money back, student loan will get on your ass. Bear in mind, I've just dropped out of university. The course wasn't for me. Physically, I wasn't in no shape to even be living on campus anymore. Like, my legs had been paralysed. I couldn't walk nowhere. So, student loan showed no compassion. But it's funny, because when I wanted to drop out, not the university, not student loan, no one had pre-warned me that if you sign this document saying you are dropping out of your course 4 months into it, you're going to have to pay back everything. Not when you graduate, or not in a year or two, now. So, for the first time, reality hit me on the arse, and I thought, why the heck did I drop out of university? It took me 5 months, right, to find a job. I dropped out of university, maybe, okay, my maths is shit, okay, so if my timing's off, be aware with me, but it took me 5 months to find a job. When I finally found a job, I worked for a good, I'd say about 8-9 months now, and then I realised, working full time? You wonder why Jeremy Kyle is always screwface about him having to pay taxes. Working full time was not a joke, and I found myself in a situation where I'm paying off a degree which I didn't even halfway, quarter way, 1/3 way get or earn or work towards for this party lifestyle. That's what I'd gone to university for. So I'm glad to say, over a year later now, I've gone back to university. I'm not going to say where I go to, because I don't want people stalking me, but put it this way, everyone in their life, when they're going to the next step, has a point where they pause. For me, it was I got to university and realised, oh shit. For some people, it's getting to GCSEs and realising this or that. For some people, it's they've done a degree, now they realise they want a career change. But you can use this example to anything in your life, innit? But it took me that long period of soul searching, developing myself as a person, and mentally analysing the situation I was in to realise success doesn't come overnight. Yeah, there's people like Sir Alan Sugar who got there to the top without education, but at the end of the day, it's no longer what you know, but it's who you know. So if you're telling yourself you want to get to the top, you want to be successful, you want to go get university, you want this job, you want to do that career, question yourself, why do I want to do it? How will I get there? How will it benefit me? And in the long run, is it something I want to do? Obviously, for the next 20 years, you're not going to be doing the exact same career, but I just want everyone to think, because the situation I've gone through, if I can help at least one person not get into that situation, I would. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that I went through that situation. Just for me, learning this lesson is far more important than how much money I've lost. Like, I'm not 50, I'm only 19, I've still got time to build myself up, but now I'm doing a course which I enjoy. I'm feeling my education. People at uni think, why is this girl always on her own, like a loner, reading a book in the library? It teaches you a lot, so just learn from my experience, think onto that next step, and you'll continue to grow.